Hello students, welcome to the lecture series on the subject DWM, that is data warehousing and mining. Today in this video we will start with a new module, that is clustering. In this video we will talk about basic concepts of clustering, and after that we will look at the different methods of performing the clustering. Let us move forward. Okay. So first we'll talk about what is a cluster. Cluster म्हणजे काय? A cluster is a collection of data objects which are, there are two important things, similar or related to one another within the same group, that is cluster, and second is dissimilar or unrelated to the objects in other groups, that is cluster. Okay, so when we talk about cluster, okay, these two important terms are there, similarity and dissimilarity. The data objects within the cluster must be as similar as possible, and data objects in the different cluster must be as dissimilar as possible. म्हणजे सिंपल टर्म्स मध्ये आपण काय म्हणू शकतो, एका क्लस्टर मधले किंवा एका ग्रुप मधले जे डेटा ऑब्जेक्ट्स आहेत ते सारखे असले पाहिजेत, आणि दोन वेगवेगळ्या क्लस्टर किंवा ग्रुप्स मधले जे डेटा ऑब्जेक्ट्स आहेत ते एकमेकांपासून जास्तीत जास्त वेगळे असले पाहिजे. ओके, सो दॅट इज द बेसिक आयडिया बिहाइंड दी clustering. Okay, now this cluster analysis or clustering, okay, is also called as a data segmentation. There are many names to the given to the clustering. Okay, so given a set of data points, partition them into a set of groups, that is cluster, which are similar as possible. That we have already seen. This cluster analysis or clustering is a unsupervised learning. Okay, so we have talked about supervised learning in case of classification, where we know the classes. Okay, but in case of clustering we do not have predefined classes. Okay, so here we do not have any information regarding the classes, their names, number of classes and all that thing. Okay, so this is obviously contrast with the classification, that is supervised learning. In clustering we do not know the classes. Okay, so now how we are going to use this cluster analysis, or what are the ways to use or apply cluster analysis? First is as a standalone tool to get insight into the data distribution. Okay, so आपण इथे स्टँडअलोन फक्त क्लस्टरिंगचा वापर करू शकतो, किंवा सेपरेट as a pre-processing or intermediate step for other algorithms. There are other algorithms in which clustering is a subpart. Okay, or it is also called as a pre-processing or intermediate part in that particular algorithm. Okay, so clustering can be used as a standalone tool, or it may be act as a intermediate step. Okay, now what is good clustering means? Okay, so a good clustering method, or we can say algorithm, will produce high quality clusters which should have these two qualities. Okay, so high intra-class similarity, that is cohesive within clusters. Okay, so एका क्लास मधले जे डेटा ऑब्जेक्ट्स असणार आहेत ते जास्तीत जास्त सिमिलर असले पाहिजेत, दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज अ कोहेजिव्ह. ओके, अँड लो इंटर क्लास डिसिमिलॅरिटी. ओके, अँड लो इंटरक्लास सिमिलॅरिटी डिस्टिंक्टिव्ह बिटवीन क्लस्टर्स. आणि दोन क्लस्टर जे ते एकमेकांपासून डिस्टिंक्ट असले पाहिजेत किंवा सेपरेट असले पाहिजेत. ओके, बट हाऊ वी कॅन find out this similarity, or how we can check the quality of a cluster? For that purpose there is usually a separate quality function that measures the goodness of a cluster or quality of a cluster. Okay, so it is hard to define similar enough or good enough. Okay, so it is a tricky term. Basically it is subjective. Okay, what do you mean by similar, or what do you mean by a good cluster? Okay, so that will be defined by the domain experts. Okay, for which we are performing this clustering. There exist many similarity measures and or functions for different applications. Okay, so similarity or dissimilarity will be depending upon applications, and obviously that application will be depend upon domain in which we are using that particular application. Okay, so obviously for clustering, domain experts are very much required. Okay, so this similarity measure is a critical for cluster analysis. If we want to perform cluster analysis, so how we are calculating the similarity or how we are defining the similarity is very important. Now, what are the applications of the cluster analysis? A key intermediate step for other data mining tasks, as we have seen. Okay, so where we are using this? Okay, so it is used in generating a compact summary of data for classification, pattern discovery, hypothesis generation, and testing. Okay, so this is in this particular topics. Clustering will act as an intermediate step. Similarly, clustering is also used in outlier detection. Okay, so outlier means what? These are the uh, far away objects from the clusters. Okay, so how we can detect the outliers? Okay, so these are the data objects which are far away from the normal cluster. Okay, so this is how we find out the cluster. Okay, also it is used for data summarization, compression, and reduction. In image processing, it is used for vector quantization. Similarly, it is used in collaborative filtering, recommendation system, or customer segmentation. Okay, what do you mean by customer segmentation? So in this we find out like-minded users or similar products. Okay, so here we are basically grouping the customers which are doing a similar activity, maybe purchasing a similar type of goods or products. Okay, so that is called as a customer segmentation, and based on this we can if we know the customers group or segment, then we can use that particular information for recommendation system. Okay, so we can recommend the products which are most likely by that particular group of customers or cluster of customers. Okay, similarly it can be used for dynamic trend detection, like clustering stream data and detecting trends and patterns. Okay, so for finding the trends and patterns, okay, we have to cluster the stream of data. Similarly, it is also used in multimedia data analysis, biological data analysis, and social network analysis. For example, clustering images or video audio clips, then protein sequence, etc. Okay, so there are lots of applications of using this clustering. Okay, as we have already talked, clustering can be used as a standalone tool, or it may be act as an intermediate step in other mining tasks. Okay, we will look at this application when we go forward. Now, what are the consideration, okay, for the cluster analysis? Okay, so what are the important terms in the cluster analysis? First is a partitioning criteria. Okay, so whether we are partitioning this cluster at a single level or hierarchical partitioning is done. Okay, that is hierarchical means multi-level partitioning. Okay, so grouping from topical terms. Okay, so single level means what? There will be just partitioning the data at a single level. Okay, or horizontal partitioning. Okay, and in hierarchical partition there will be multiple levels. Okay, okay, there will be multiple levels of partitioning. Okay, the next criteria or consideration is separation of clusters. Okay, so how clusters are separate? Okay, separated. Okay, first one is a exclusive, that is, for example, one data object will belong to only one particular cluster. For example, one customer belongs to only one region. Okay, so if we are segmenting the customer region wise, so obviously one customer will belong to only one region. Okay, and second is non exclusive, means what? One data object may belong to more than one class. Okay, so here one document may belong to more than one class. Okay, so obviously this example is related to classifying a document according to its content. Okay, whether this particular document contains what kind of information. Okay, so same document may belong to more than one class or one cluster. Okay, then next is consideration is similarity measure. How we are measuring the similarity? There are basically two types of similarity measure: distance based and connectivity based. Okay, so in distance based we can use Euclidean distance, road network and vector network, and in connectivity based density or contiguity. Okay, so which kind of similarity measure we are using, based on that there is a difference in the cluster analysis. Then clustering space. Okay, so clustering space means what? Whether we are using the all data members in the clusters for the cluster analysis or for clustering, or we are using the sub part for the clustering of all data objects. म्हणजेच काय क्लस्टरिंग स्पेस म्हणजे काय, तर आपल्याकडे समजा 1,00,000 ऑब्जेक्ट्स आहेत, तर सगळ्या 1,00,000 ऑब्जेक्ट्सचा आपण क्लस्टरिंग सॉफ्ट वापर करणार आहोत का, और सबस्पेस मीन्स व्हाट? ओके, सो वी आर डिवाइडिंग these 1,00,000 data objects, okay, into sub parts, okay, maybe 10,000, okay, and then we are performing this cluster analysis on these 10,000 or subspace. Okay, so obviously full space is used only when we have low dimensional data, and we use subspaces when we have high dimensional data. Dimensionality means number of attributes that we have to consider while performing the clustering. क्लस्टरिंग साठी आपण कोणकोणत्या ॲट्रिब्यूट्सचा किंवा कोणकोणत्या गोष्टींचा आपण इथे वापर करणार आहोत त्याच्यावर हे बेसिकली अवलंबून असणार आहे. जर आपल्याकडे नंबर ऑफ ॲट्रिब्यूट जे आपल्याला कन्सिडर करायचे आहेत त्या कमी असतील, देन वी कॅन कन्सिडर द फुल स्पेस. Okay, and otherwise we have to consider the subspace. Obviously the reason is performance of the cluster. Okay, now what are the requirement and challenges? Quality. Okay, so quality of cluster is very much important. Ability to deal with different types of attributes. Okay, so our cluster algorithm must be able to deal with different types of attribute like numerical, categorical, text, multimedia, network, mixture of multiple types. Okay, so it should be able to discover clusters with arbitrary shape. Generally most of the algorithm will find out the cluster with spherical shape. Okay, but our algorithm must be able to find out the clusters with arbitrary shape. Okay, that will be depend upon cluster type. Okay, so ability to deal with noisy data, if there may be mistakes or there will be some outliers. Okay, so our cluster must be able to handle this kind of data. Okay, noisy data. Then scalability, clustering all the data instead of only on samples. Okay, high dimensionality, incremental or stream clustering, and insensitive to input order. Okay, so these are the, when we talk about scalability, okay, so this clustering algorithm should work on small amount of data as well as large amount of data with same efficiency. Similarly, it should be handle high dimensionality, means it should be able to consider many more attributes with the same performance. Similarly, incremental or stream clustering means what? Initially we will start with the small amount of data and then we go on adding the data members afterwards. Okay, to perform the clustering later. Okay, so it should not the thing that initially let us take an example. Initially we have 10,000 objects, we have done the clustering. Okay, and when we have another 1,000 objects, okay, that we have to cluster. Okay, so it should not be the case that we have to start from the scratch. म्हणजे आपल्याला असं करावं लागतं नाही की आता आपल्याकडे 11,000 ऑब्जेक्ट आहेत ते पुन्हा त्यांचं क्लस्टरिंग करावं लागणार आहे. ओके, देअर मस्ट बी सम मेथड टू ॲड दिस एक्स्ट्रा 1,000 ऑब्जेक्ट्स इन टू द रिस्पेक्टिव्ह क्लस्टर. म्हणजे असं काहीतरी त्याच्यामध्ये मेथड असली पाहिजे की 11,000चं पुन्हा क्लस्टरिंग न करता आपल्याला जे 10,000चं क्लस्टरिंग झालंय त्याच्यामध्येच मला उरलेले जे 1,000 ऑब्जेक्ट्स आहेत, डेटा ऑब्जेक्ट्स आहेत, ते अकोमोडेट करता आले पाहिजे. ओके, and it should be insensitive to the input order. ऑर्डर, कोणत्या ऑर्डरने आपण डेटा ऑब्जेक्ट्स देतोय त्याच्याशी ते क्लस्टरिंगची क्वालिटी किंवा क्लस्टरिंगचं मेथड बेस असता कामा नये. देन कन्स्ट्रेंट बेस्ड क्लस्टरिंग. ओके, सो okay, there should be some method where user should be able give preferences or constraint. म्हणजे युजरला त्याचे स्वतःचे प्रेफरन्सेस किंवा काही कंडिशन असतील त्या अल्गोरिदमला प्रोव्हाइड करता आल्या पाहिजेत. ओके, सो इन द टर्म्स ऑफ डोमेन नॉलेज और युजर क्युरी. ओके, देन इंटरप्रिटेबिलिटी अँड युजेबिलिटी. ऑब्वियसली दॅट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. जो काही द फायनल जनरेटेड क्लस्टर शुड बी सिमॅन्टिकली मिनिंगफुल अँड युजफुल. ओके, जे आपल्याला क्लस्टर याच्यापासून मिळणार आहेत ॲज अ आउटपुट ऑफ दिस क्लस्टरिंग अल्गोरिदम. ओके, so that should be obviously meaningful, easy to understand and obviously useful for the end user. Okay, so these are the requirements and challenges. Okay, now in the next video we'll talk about different clustering methods. There are basically four methods of clustering. First one is the partitioning method, which we are going to see in the next video. Second is a hierarchical method. We are also learning these hierarchical methods. Third is a density based methods. There are density, based on density we can do the clustering. Okay, we are not going into study this density based method for this subject. Similarly, grid based method, also we are not going to learn this grid based clustering methods for this subject DWM. Okay, so we are basically going to learn two methods of partitioning, that is partitioning based clusters or partitioning methods and hierarchical methods of clustering. Okay, so thank you students.